Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome and thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to show you the middle of my craft room makeover. So I have a craft room video in October and I'll link to that down below. And then I will have this next series where I show you kind of how it all comes together and how it's turning out. And many of you have commented that my room is really big, and that is true. I do have a lot of square footage, but I also have some really weird things going on. This door right here is the door into our garage. Then this door over here is the door into our kitchen. And our kitchen's very compact, so the second you walk into that door, you have cupboards on the left and stove on the right. No countertop, nothing. Stove right there. And then this cupboard right here is like an add-on thing that they put on. We store shoes and keys and all of that kind of stuff and some junk in there. And then if you look over here, this is the part that you don't usually see, right? This is my washer and dryer. It's like a laundry combo 1960s room. I don't know. Family room with laundry in it. So there's no wall, nothing. Right here, if you look at my older videos, this was from the other side of the room. It can't stay here. If you look down there at the bottom, it's sort of balanced on the edge of the carpet and floor. I have a flooring change right there, so that's tricky. Also, that's Wilson's door. He's going to come through there in the winter, soaking wet. Would you want your paper stored here? So I thought about, could I balance it just right? Would I fill it with iris cases? I just don't think that it's going to work in this room. And I've really looked at it and checked as best I can. You've seen out there during the day. There's my boy. It's nap time. Hi, buddy. Are you saying hi? Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yeah. This piece right here is the one that I got from my neighbor for free, and it was horrifying. And it's actually my most watched ever video. It was filthy, and I redid it. Even I worried about whether I could bring it back. It's cute. It's a nice height. It's actually, so that countertop over there is from my friend's kitchen. Those are the lowest cabinets. Then this one's a little higher. Then that one's the highest of all. I'm taller than the average person, the average female. So I like taller countertops. I learned that from my grandma. She's taller too. So I like this counter. It was free. It's a great die cutting station. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit more. There you go. It's a good height. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to disturb you. And it has a pull out. It has nice little drawers. I love the drawers here's all my thread that goes with my machine. And here are my cutting plates and stuff to go with the Big Shot. And then too many embellishments and sequins. Don't get me started on that. Adhesive overflow. I remember seeing somebody's craft room video and thinking, who needs that much adhesive? And now I'm that person. And then I have a bunch of jars in here that I might recycle, but I just wanted to see before I get rid of them. And then Etsy packing supplies, and random stuff. This cupboard is too narrow for iris cases, and it's too narrow for almost every single thing I try and put in it. I have maybe one bin that fits in it. So it's not ideal. I'm actually trying to decide if I'm going to keep this piece long term in here because the cupboard situation isn't ideal. But when I thought about getting rid of it, I really like having the sewing machine on it. The cord situation, there's a plug-in, everything works that we talked about last time. And because of my heater right here, putting that shelf unit here wouldn't work. And this isn't an ideal spot for a comfy chair because I want to be able to look out into the backyard. You can't see it at night, but my backyard, I have backyard videos and it's a pretty nice view. I get to watch the hummingbirds. I get to watch Wilson torture the squirrels. It's a pretty good setup. So I'd like to be able to look out there. This is a combination of different projects going on and the fact that I changed the room around this week. And I just wanted to show you, yesterday was when the new cabinet came in. So let's talk about that. This is the new cabinet. And I'm filming myself, so you're probably not going to be able to see my head, but you won't see it jiggled around a bunch either. In updates videos, we talked about my fancy drawing here and what I was thinking about and what was important to me. So I have a couple things going on here. These were custom built out in the shop. Mr. Crafting and Relaxing made them for me. And I just bought this on an Amazon Prime sale this year, and I'll probably put it in the cupboard or somewhere else, but I wanted it even though I knew these were coming. So what we did here is built it so that 2 iris cases can fit in the end. And I didn't build it for singles because then in the long run, taller bins would fit in there if I change my mind or want different things. Or if I want to fill it with 6x6 pads or any of these other things. So I'm not limited to just an iris case. That's why I went with 2. And I can usually manage 2 and pull one out. Then this side is built longer. It's built for the full length of these bins. That one catches a little bit. Or these larger bins. And these are from Tuesday Morning, and I love them. I think they cost $7.99 and they hold a lot of stuff. Then the bottom section, we went back and forth, and I don't know if we were saving on boards or what, but he didn't want a board across the bottom. I thought it would help for stability. It might also help for dog hair, but I think that's okay. And I like the fact that those bottom ones turned out big. What we were waiting to decide was it going to be like a kick plate thing, like the other cabinets? Was it going to be 7 inches with another weird thing? Had he put another one of these? So we just left it big. And I like how that turned out. I haven't tested all my bins yet to see if another one fits in there or if I'm just going to leave iris cases. I'm wondering a little bit if I should have had both sides longer like this, because I do like these bins. But I think that I'm happy with how I did it. And my husband referred to me as a Tetris master. If you don't know what Tetris is, I'm really worried about you. I think that with a little bit of trading things around and figuring it out, it's all going to work out. But removing that big white shelving unit does take out a lot of room for storage, right? Because I had more vertical storage before. This way I have horizontal space. The other thing about these cabinets is these shelves, they only go far enough back for the iris cases to fit in. So they'll look tidy from the front. They won't slide back and be all different setups, because I would just throw them in there. This is a table, a folded up table, and it goes behind there. So I can still get to my plug-in. I can plug in a plug-in bar, wrap it up, put it right here. I can slide, this is a 6-foot counter, and I have a 4-foot folding table and a 6-foot folding table. And I can slide them in behind. Now, I'll have to move this sofa right here, which isn't really something that is easy for me to do on my own. But my thought is, if a friend came over and I needed a folding table, they could help me slide this out from the wall and it'd be fine. I'm also thinking about taking this sofa out. I do like it, and I like to sit here like this and have my iPad, and my coffee goes right there. Even with the higher height, I'm okay with it. So in the morning, this is where Wilson and I hang out, and we sit on the floor, or I sit here. It's kind of nice to drink your coffee and look around and think about what you're going to work on. Or if you come in early in the morning, even though you have to work, you can do something a little bit fun. In the summer, we have coffee outside on the deck, but in the winter, it's really nice to sit in here. And because this room has its own heater, it gets warm, toasty warm in minutes. So it's really important to me to have a comfy chair in here so that when my back hurts or if I just need a break, I can sit, and I have to be able to get my feet up, so it can't be just like a basic chair. And this way, family members will come and talk to you, right? Somebody will come and sit and chit chat. Now, this room doesn't have a TV. I am more than happy to watch YouTube or Netflix all day on an iPad, but I know that doesn't work for everyone. My eyes aren't that good. Don't worry, I can't see it. I just listen to it. But my husband would like to mount a TV on the wall. He would come and visit more. And so we've been talking about that. We do have a chair and an ottoman in a different part of the house that I could sub out here, would be much less bulky. So I'm thinking about that. But he's moved a lot of stuff for me this week. So maybe I'll give him a little bit of time. Maybe this will be like, over a week or so that we'll put this all together. And I still need to do a lot of stuff to empty out. I'll show you. You say hi? Say hi, buddy. Hi, Wilson. He says, oh, I'm a very good boy. Yeah, I'm a very good boy. Yes, very good boy. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I still have a lot of stuff that I need to empty out right here. This is all happy mail and cards that I saved. And then this is from when I went a little crazy at that Michael's sale with the cardstock, because I thought I was going to be making a million cool mini albums like Debbie at Project 39 mini albums, but I don't know what I was doing. You can never have too much black or gray cardstock, right? So I need to get that stuff incorporated into my room. I don't actually have another stool yet, but I stand a lot, so I don't know if that matters. And in COVID, nobody's coming to hang out with me. And I think lighting will be an issue because anytime you have a new workspace, lighting is something you have to think about. This is, I'll show you. I don't know what he's doing. So this is not a fancy light fixture in this room, right? That's just what I have to work with. So the lighting has to come from, like over there I have 2 lights that I got at Costco, and then I take my lampshade off to really impress you with how classy my lighting is. Some of you say you like it because my channel is real, and it definitely is real. So this is where I am at this point. This is what Wilson and I have to deal with. And I'm just kind of taking it easy, not trying to overdo it for my back and thinking about how I want things. One thing I do like about these shelves over here is that I'm trying to arrange it a little better. This is journal making supplies, and that's junk journaling. So this is like journal making tools, charms, the phone book, the things I poke the holes with, the templates. And down there is papers and a bunch of junk journaling stuff. This is stuff I have listed on Etsy in these two, so it doesn't really make sense right in the middle of it all. But I would like to be able to group journaling, junk journaling stuff. And then I think on this section over here, I'll use this for projects that I have in process and lined up. We talked about that before. Eileen talked about how she puts her projects in a pile and she works her way through the pile. So essentially this is my pile. This top one is Smash That Small Paper Pad, a collaboration I'm in. This stuff is Christmas. That's winter because I'm going to get Christmas ready and then I'm going to switch to winter. And then down below is different projects. So that's what I have going on. And I've been doing some major, really organization projects and thinking about where I want things. Journal supplies, my working on projects will go in here. So those will come out of here. And then that will go in the cupboard and probably be more like storage. Specialty papers and cardstock and that sort of thing. And I'm really, really trying to think about what I'm buying. I know that is so hard. We all buy so much stuff, don't we? It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And I am walking in and out of Tuesday morning these days empty-handed. I'm looking at stuff and going, yeah, that's pretty, but I already have 3 pretty Christmas collections at home. This is my embroidery floss. I went through it, sorted it down. If you've watched before, you know that I had my embroidery floss in there, in this cabinet, and it sat over there in the corner, but there wasn't room for it now with the cupboard. And quite frankly, this isn't easy for me to get in and out of unless it's going to be sitting up on a counter. And I thought, well, if it's up on a counter, then the top drawers are kind of hard to get into. So I switched to this. I went through my colors. I thinned things way, way down, and I made a go away bag and set it aside for the girls down the street. And if they don't want it, we can donate it. But this is what I'll actually keep. I have more lids for these I might also just put it in my journal making supplies, but I'd have to clean that bin out to fit all that in. But I'm really challenging myself, and I probably will open that bin and go through everything in it. I'm really challenging myself to look at stuff and say, am I going to use it? And do I have too much of it? I know that is hard. This is my specialty paper bin, and it has gotten ridiculously full. Okay, stars, hologram paper, you know I'm not throwing that out. But I went through and I had glitter paper from Dollar Tree that I wasn't going to use. So I put that in the go away. And then I'll try and pull out more of this stuff as I make holiday cards and really look at it and say, okay, can I use it? I don't have very much red cardstock or green cardstock, I noticed. So maybe I'll use specialty papers instead. Maybe I'll use gold mirror paper instead. This is a pile of, it could be junk journal covers. It could be. So just gives you an idea. Next time you see this, it should look significantly different. And those of you who like things organized will feel better. I'm going to be honest with you. Part of the reason I didn't have him take away the couch yet, this is my deep dark secret. This end right here, this is where I'm shoving all this stuff for work. You know, lots of us are working from home. So on a Friday night, I shove all the reports and documents and things I need. Those go under there. And then over on the left, I put a bunch of iris cases in there because I didn't have room for all of them, and I was trying to do this reorg. So there's at least 4 iris cases under there too. See, I tell you my secrets. So I can't get rid of that couch until I clean that out too. Even if I decide that I definitely don't want it, it's probably not going to go tomorrow. So I'll just keep whittling. I think one of the things is I need to use a lot of paper. I need to create things and send them away, give away them, sell them, whatever. I probably need to thin my bulletin board too. It's gotten away from me. In the process, I shoved a lot of stuff up there. I put the UFO basket and a bunch of storage stuff, and I put some 12 by 12 and collections here and some there. So you can see it looks pretty cool, but I still have a lot of work to do before it's ready. And this is Christmas stuff in process. I think this counter will still be where I work because that's where my tools are set up. I have more drawers, I have lighting. And then this counter will either be like processing or storage, or it could be for mixed media. I could spray stuff and then this would be where it dried. That wall, because it's not primed or painted, which probably would have been a good idea before the counter went in, but my back wasn't doing well, and Mr. Crafting and Relaxing offered to bring it in, and it had been days, and so I just let him. But if I get paint or anything on that wall, it probably won't show, right? You know, when you use your sprays and they splash and that kind of thing, it's probably not even going to show on that brown wall at all. If it does, I could just put a really big painting over it. Okay, so there is my in progress video. And I think that when you see it next, it will hopefully look even better. And I hope that I've given you enough view of the room so that you can tell that it looks better, right? So that you can look around and say, okay, that thing should go. It's empty now. I just don't know where in the house it's going to go. That I have plenty of places in the house that I could use it. It's really handy. It works good for shoes. It works good for clothes. It's a pretty good size. If it had been a couple inches deeper, it would have been great for iris cases. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are doing well, taking time for crafting and relaxing, and that you're getting organized too. You gonna say bye, buddy? Yeah, good boy. You're a good boy.